Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we'll create a basic application to store data from form to database using PHP. So let's start. We'll create a basic application using PHP app. I'm the name PHP app, and then I'll open in my favorite editor PHP Storm. So so for this video, the lecture, you have some prereqs, or you have PHP installed on your machine, or any of the server, web server, XAMPP, or Apache in your local machine to follow this lecture. So I have attached the link of the video to install XAMPP on your Windows machine. I am on Windows, so I have attached the link of the lecture in the description. So let's create a HTML file, form.html. So we'll use the bootstrap forms to save our time for this video. Bootstrap form. We'll just copy this and paste it here. PHP app. Add users, email, and we'll use the basic information: email, password. Instead of password, we'll use username, enter username, text, username, and username here. First name, and last name. We'll use these form 4 fields to store in our database. So let's run our project. PHP slash localhost 000. So our basic form is ready. Just need to update this to default to primary. Save it and refresh it again. So our basic form with email, username, first name and last name is ready. So let's move to next step. We will create another file with the name process form, process dash form dot php. Okay, starting tag, ending tag, and we'll var them the post variable we get from form and die. So let's update our action. process form.php, and method is post. So go to your form here, refresh it again, and let's try to enter data. Check. So the in data we inserted on our form we have received in our backend PHP file. So first we make the variables of each email, post email, username, post username, name. I'm keeping this video short on basics level, no any advancement or validation of any other thing not used in this video. So trying to keep this as short as possible on basic steps. So last name, post last name. So after that we have our variable received from front end. We need to now connect to our database. So for that first we need a database. So I'm using WAMP and I'm on WAMP PHP my admin. So I will create PHP app my database and table users with 5 columns. So first of them is ID, and then email, username, first name, and the last name. So it will be int and auto increment, and it will be primary key, yes. And the second one is email, varchar 255, varchar 255, varchar and 255, and last one is varchar 255. And we'll separate this by first dash name, last dash name. So let's save that. So our basic table is created with 4 our attributes and one auto increment ID. So let's back to our application and make a connection with database. So for that type new MySQL and the host name, our host is localhost, and the username, my user is root as we used on most on local machines, and password is password in my case. If you're using the lower version, maybe you don't have any password, so you need to keep this empty. And my database name is php dash app. So I'll save this into a variable to check the response, save the response and check later on. So after that I'll just check the status what we have received in this variable. If we don't if the connection is not made with any of the error, display we'll display the error and stop the app here. MySQL MySQL dash MySQL MySQL dash error, and here just put the variable we created, and in else for now the testing purpose die connected. So connected. So back to our application. Let's check that, refresh it again. So our database is connected. So in case of any issue, like we don't provide the right credentials and try to refresh again, we'll see it's showing error access denied for user because of uh, incorrect information, any of the incorrect informations. So just remove it. We just test it for testing purpose. Create a variable in SQL to store a query we want to perform. So we want to insert our record into users table as we created right now, and we want to enter email, the attributes name of the table, email, username, first name, last name. And to make it a little formatted to easy to read, move to next line and set values, and inside that we'll tab our variables. All the string values will be in single quotes like this. I'm typing here inside values, and we have all strings, so that's why all will be in single quotes, and the sequence will be same as we have above in attributes. Like we have email first, username, first name, last name, same sequence in values. So we'll save the response in a variable and run the query using MySQL query. We'll provide the connection and the query SQL. Okay, and then after that we'll check the response what we got, SQL result, and die user inserted. In case it works fine, and in else we'll show the error if we got any of the error, MySQL error, and we'll provide con in case of any errors. So let's try to save. I run it again. User inserted. Let's back to our form, refresh it again. Allroundzone @gmail.com. Allroundzone, allround and zone. Let's try to save it. So if insert it, let's back to our database and check. So we have entered tried two users and both are here in database. So we are done with uh, basic application to store data in database using HTML form, PHP and MySQL. So good luck guys. If you any query or suggestion, feel free to comment below, subscribe the channel and like the video. We use the basic form from W3 school to save our time, and the basic application, minimal application to store data in database using PHP. I'll drop the link of the code in the description of the video.